everybody. Welcome to my kitchen today. I'm Dorina and I'm here to cook with you. So some days I plan everything out and then I've just got a hankering for something else, or I just feel like cooking quick. This is an awesome quickie, and this is something that I made a lot of years when I was running quick with the kids, with Pat coming home from work, and it's something that's not an Italian dish, but of course I Italianized it. This is my version of my Italian stir fry. So what we're doing is we're going to use ground turkey. So we're going to start this baby up, and I'm going to show you how I Italianize a stir fry. So first, I've got my big thing of, it's 1 pound of ground turkey. So I'm going to let this get hot. I'm going to just use a little bit of olive oil. See, there already it's Italian. They got some olive oil in there. Turkey is very not fatty, so therefore you definitely need the oil. So we're going to get this nice and hot. Well, it's nice and hot. Okay. Oh, I was trying not to touch it, and there we go. Okay, there we go. So, ground turkey in the pan. I'm going to use my nice little spoon here because this is nice and fresh, not frozen. It breaks up real easy, and we're going to fry this up. Whenever you're doing something like this, make sure you have a big enough pan. Never start with your smaller pan thinking, oh, it'll fit. Anytime, when in doubt, move it up. Do as they do with your bigger pan, because you can always stir better, you can move things around. Same thing with a big bowl, a mixing bowl. I do it every now and then. I did it recently on one of my shows. I started with a bowl, and I'm like, this ain't going to be big enough. Dumped it into a bigger bowl. Then I have to wash 2 of them. So, let me get my favorite meat chopping tool. Ta-da! My Pampered Chef Mix and Chop, I think it's called. If you need a Pampered Chef thing, you call me. Now, when it's turkey, I want it to be almost, turkey or ground chicken, I want it to be almost all cooked before I start putting the other things in, because I don't want to risk pieces of it being clumped with the vegetables and it not being fully cooked. Beef, on the other hand, you can have that, medium or medium rare, and it's okay, but not the chicken and the turkey. So I just make sure, sometimes you just gotta let it sit for a minute and brown on that side before you keep stirring it, and not what I should be doing. So, something like this, a typical stir fry, usually would be over rice. I like rice, but honestly, if I'm Italianizing something, I already cooked it, Farro. It's a whole grain, of course it's more Italian, and it's yummy. So, let's see if this is cooking up here. Yep, turn it over. So see, it's getting nice. So now, before it gets totally cooked, is when I want to season it. All right, so I want to put a little bit of black pepper, because I love black pepper, and a little bit of salt. I'm also going to put in a pinch of my oregano, my secret ingredient. And now that it is almost, it's like basically half to 3/4, actually it's more like 3/4 cooked. Now I'm pretty confident that it'll be completely cooked by the time I'm done. And then I'm going to take my little chopper real quick and just break up these bigger pieces, because turkey does that, so does beef, does everything. Make sure it's nice and broken up so that you get all mixed in. Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to do, what I like to do, is my onions, because I really want them to get cooked down really nice. So I'm going to throw the onions in. And what I did with this is a great dish to do with whatever you have. So I had half of a purple onion, actually I had like a third of a purple onion, and then, some white onion. So actually it's a Vidalia onion. And I just got onion up my nose. I just took a big whip of onion. Actually, I'm not sure if it was the onion or the pepper. I just filled my pepper, and this one is a new one, and it's very, very, very fine. So I'm not sure if it was the pepper or when I stirred it, or the onion. I really thought I was going to sneeze right there. Sorry about that. Whew. Woo, boy, oh boy. This is good stuff, though, let me tell you. All right, here we go. So we're getting these onions cooked in nice. Look how pretty it is already. Just that little bit, purple and white onion. All right, And then I've got my zucchini. So I'm actually going to put in 2 zucchini. I cut up one, and I'm going to, because I really want this to be a nice hearty, you know, lots of vegetables dish. So, you know, you just, and what I did with this batch was I quartered it instead of halved it. So I, you know, cut it long ways, and you can just do this. I'm going to turn that down a little. Do the zucchini. You can do yellow squash. So you can use whatever vegetables you have on hand. Yeah, I think everybody knows I'm a zucchini lover. But zucchini, peppers, which we're going to throw some peppers in here. You can put in greens. You can put in spinach, kale, whatever you like. Let's see. You can put in broccoli, you know, peas, snow peas, pea pods, whatever. Peas, any kind of peas, chickpeas. No. Actually, you could. You could put any kind of beans in it if you wanted. Because again, this is an Italianized stir fry. But it's a good dinner to have quickly when you're in a hurry. Or when you just got home from work. Okay, so we're just going to mix this all together. You got this on a high heat, medium high. I had it on high to begin with, just to get the pan warmed up. Runaway zucchini. Okay. Now, I have some beautiful yellow peppers. I'm throwing those in. Oh, that looks good. So first thing we do is just get everything oiled, get everything moved around, get everything start to cook before we start making the sauce. It's going to be so good. Look at how beautiful that is. It smells so good. The thing about ground turkey is that it takes up the flavor. It's like a sponge. It takes the flavor of whatever you are putting in it. So we're going to do some really yummy flavoring with this. First of all, if you have lemons, lemon's always good in this. I'm going to have a little bit more pepper. I'm going to throw this in too while I'm telling you. You can put some lemon juice. I have an orange. I'm going to put a little orange. Give it a little citrus zing to make it, you know, just give it a nice tone to the dish. I love peppers. Okay. Let me go much. Oh. Ah! I'm looking for the spoon that's right in front of me. So anyway, so what's really key is giving it that little bit of seasoning at the beginning, because the turkey really needs like some salt and pepper, and it pulls out, you know, and makes it absorb stuff and whatever. It gives it some flavor as it's cooking. Because when it's cooking, it's wet, and that's when you want to kind of get it mixed in. All right, so now, secret ingredient number 1 to make it Italian, and some white wine. Ta-da! All right, let's get this nice and hot. What I try to do is push the vegetables down now to the bottom so that they get nice and cooked. But I also like them a little crisp. I don't like them mushy. So, all right, nice and hot. Throw a little bit of white wine. So that was probably half a cup to start with. Already it smells good. We're going to put a little bit of butter in. Let's cut that in a couple little pieces. Little butter pieces here and there. Gives it a little richness. And of course it's just yummy. Okay. Push those down into the bottom so they melt down and start making our sauce. We got a little white wine, a little butter. Let's throw in a little bit of orange juice. So, ta-da! Magic. I'm going to do this slowly, so I'm squirting myself in the eye. A little bit of citrus. Oh. This was a juicy one, man. Good thing I did it slow. Yum. Now, because we've just put in all these things, this isn't like making one of my chicken dishes where we floured the chicken. So we're going to add a little more sauce to this, and we're going to thicken it up a little. So I have a little bit of chicken broth here. I'm going to put in maybe about a cup of chicken broth. And I think it's going to need just a smidge. You always want to kind of put your wine in at the beginning. I'm going to put a little bit of smidge in here now, again. Because I like having a good amount of sauce, because then it flavors everything. So, okay. So now we've got all this liquid in here. All right. Now, I'm going to give it one more minute. And then I'm gonna let it get hot again. And then I'm gonna do my little secret trick. Of course, it's not really secret, but you know, sounds good. Sometimes, you know, some people like to use cornstarch. And if you're gluten-free or anything, or celiac, then you definitely want to use cornstarch. But I'm going to put a little bit of flour in my little sifter here, and I'm just going to, just a smidgen, okay? Just very light, and then I'm going to stir this around. Because this way it doesn't make lumps, but it helps thicken the sauce. Okay, looks like snow, right? Like a kid's project when you're pretending, oh look, there's snow. As I watch the sauce and as it heats up and thickens, you'll see it start to thicken. As soon as it starts to thicken, that's when you stop, because you don't want it thick, you just want it thick enough to stick to the meat and to the let's see. Not almost, just a smidgen more. This was all told in here, probably a tablespoon. I'm going to put another. That's probably half a half a teaspoon. Maybe. Actually, I don't even think that was a tablespoon the first time. So maybe a tablespoon all told in that little sifty thing. And I think that's probably enough. Okay, so you can see it's a little. Now I gotta taste it, you know, because gotta taste it. Oh, that's yummy. That little bit of orange was just enough. I mean, you could totally put the other half of the orange in here if you wanted a little more citrusy, but I taste that hint of citrus and the white wine and the butter and the, no sugar, I'm just kidding. And honestly, this baby is just about done. So at this point, you can let it cook. I still had stuff on my lips, I felt it. You let it cook another minute to let the vegetables get just a smidge softer. Depending, you might like them a little bit more crunchy like this, or you might want them just a little bit more. So now we're going to just turn this down and let it just kind of meld together a little bit more. Of course, I'm doing this a little quicker because I want to show you and not take up your whole day. So now I'm pushing everything under the sauce so that it gets nice. And now you could also cook the vegetables first, or cook the vegetables in a separate pan from the meat so you can get a sear on the vegetables. Some people like that. So you can play with this however you want. This is a dish you can completely make your own. You can do this with red wine and mushrooms. You could do this with, well, you know, you gotta use wine. You can do it with sherry. Sherry is really nice, makes a nice sauce. You could put a splash of cream in it. If you use the sherry, you put a splash of cream, just a splash. I don't usually put cream when I use the white wine. This is good. Well, first of all, just look at this. Look, all these nice veggies, this nice sauce. This sauce, because I need extra. And again, it's not super thick. Because the thicker it is, then there's nothing. It doesn't drip down into the rice or the farro. You can do this over pasta. Completely do whatever you want. You can use this on quinoa. I love quinoa. Not Italian, but I love it. I have my farro. So you can use as much as you want. You could do 1 spoonful, or you could do like, you know, a whole bunch. I'm just going to have, let's see. There we go. That's a nice amount. Now, what I really need is something that will catch the sauce. So let's do it this way. Oh, look at this. Then you take some of the sauce out of the bottom. Turn that baby off because we don't want the sauce cooking out. You get some little sauce around here. And ta-da! You have Italian stir fry. So, farro, ground turkey, zucchini, onions, peppers, a little salt and pepper, a little oregano, white wine, a little orange, a little butter, a little broth. That's it. Easy peasy. These are things you should always have in your kitchen. So this is something you can throw together anytime. So this is a really yummy dish that you can't wait to sit down and eat. I'm going to set this right here. So please tell me, have you ever had an Italian stir fry? You know, so, and if this is something new, tell me this is something new. So do me a favor, please share my videos, would ya? I'm trying to reach 10,000. Not quite there on Facebook, but I'm working on it. And I'm trying to get more viewers on my YouTube channel. So everything, YouTube and Dorina's Kitchen on everything. No, YouTube and Facebook, Dorina's Kitchen on everything. And I really appreciate it. And of course on Instagram. So all of you that follow me, I really, really appreciate the fact that you come and join me in my kitchen now for almost 4 years. March 13th is going to be my 4th anniversary. So we're going to do something cool. I'm not sure what. Last year we did an all-day live stream. Who knows? Maybe we'll do it again. But we're going to figure something out. It's going to be fun. All right? So anyway, mwah, buon appetito. Have a nice Italian stir-fry. Again, this is a throw what you got in the refrigerator together and you can make an awesome dinner. You should always, always have wine in your kitchen. You should always have some broth in your kitchen. You should always have citrus, whether it's orange or lemon or lime, whatever. Always have some. Of course, we always have milk, butter, and eggs, so you got butter, and salt and pepper and oregano or whatever flavors of your life that you like. That's what you can do here. So enjoy, make a dish, throw it together. That's home cooking, and that's what will bring your family to the table. Okay? So eat together, live longer together. Okay? Mwah. Love you all. Ciao.